Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. You probably come along to see what we're up to with our drift build that we're doing at the moment. Thank you for coming along, and it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster ride of highs and lows because it's not something we've done before. But my assistant Madison, who's now been holding the camera there, give us a quick wave, Madison. She's going to follow along with our drift build, and we're going to do a budget drift build to show you that not just anyone with loads of money can do this sort of thing, almost anyone can do this sort of thing. If you've got a bit of a mechanical know-how and a few quid, you can basically knock yourself together a drift car and have some fun. So follow us, why don't you, and come and see what we've been up to. So for starters, we've had to buy ourselves a car. And what we've done is, we've basically bought a very cheap BMW because they're rear wheel drive, and basically that's what we're going to use to build up to be our drift car. Anyone who tells you that you can use a front wheel drive car is basically talking out of their backside. You can't do it. You can yank the handbrake on, but it's very sad and it's very embarrassing, so just forget it. So don't try doing it with front wheel drive cars. What you need is a front engine rear wheel drive car. So you've got your engine up the front here with some pistons walking up and down like that. You've got your gearbox there, drive shaft here, and then you've got your rear end with your differential on here, driving the rear wheels. Because if you're trying to drive the front wheels, that's not going to skid out. It's not going to happen. It doesn't matter what anyone tells you, people down the pub, all them sort of people, just ignore them because they're talking out their backsides, okay? So this is what you need. Front engine up here, front, rear wheel drive at the back there. Much power as you can get hold of, so the biggest engine you can get for the money, and away you go. Right, so we'll show you the car we've just built, which is over here. Ah, you can see it there. Right, this is it. This is basically our £500 BMW, and it's got everything on it you'd ever want for a car, to be honest with you. It's got a nice straight six, 2.5 litre engine, plenty of power, lots of torque, 170 brake horsepower standard, but we might be able to get a bit more than that out of it. It runs like an absolute dream if you can get the door open on it. I'll fire it up, let you listen to the beast. That's the sound of the proper engine. Maybe it's a bit quiet, but we'll make it a bit louder. Also, if you care to have a look inside for a minute, you'll see some of the things that we're going to be ripping out. It's a bit of a shame to do this really, because as you can see, it's in pretty good condition, this car. It's got electric everything on it, the back windows, the front windows, it's got airbags coming out of its arsehole pretty much. We've got a nice tape player here which takes me back down memory lane and allows me to play things like nice cassettes from the 1990s. I've got the Utah Saints there, and Prodigy there, which is also a favourite of mine. We've even found a very rare The Showman Move Any Mountain cassette single. Remember those? They're very good. Basically, anyway, it's a fat old bloater of a car with a lot of weight in it. So what we've got to do is make it a lot lighter weight, because at the moment it's going to be way too heavy for drifting and it's got too much crap going on. And then we've got airbags in here, we've got airbags in the steering wheel, airbag in the dash, we've got them in the side doors. Basically, if we were to have a little knock when we're drifting, World War III is going to go off in here, and it's going to be like bang, 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 and frighten the living daylights out of you. So basically, the first thing we've got to do with the inside is we've got to disable the airbag on it and then remove them all. So it's a little bit like bomb disposal, if you like. We've basically got to get them out very carefully without them going off in your face or breaking your arm or something nice. So that's the plan for the inside, is to pretty much gut it. We have done already the same thing with the boot, which if you could cut hi again. Right, we're back in the garage because, as you could see, it was typical British summertime out there and it's chucking it down with rain. So what we can see here is we've got a big pile of debris, which is general knickknacks and crap that we've taken out the back of the car, basically to shed some weight, because it's just, we don't need any of this crap really. Well, we've got a multi-stack CD player here. Most people will be mostly upset I've ripped that out, but tough luck. We've got bits of carpet, we've got rubber sound deadening stuff, we've got the spare wheel which weighs quite a bit as well. So the basic plan is to, like I say, strip all the weight out, because then you can get the lighter we can get the back end, the easier it's going to be to get it back out sideways and do some skids. Other things we've done is we've ditched the back suspension now. You can see these manky old shock absorbers and springs which are well past the best and really no good for what we want. So what we've done is we've basically put shiny new suspension on, This is the front leg, just to give you an idea of the sort of thing that we're putting on there. It's adjustable for ride height, stiffer. We can get the ride height exactly how we want it. So the plan is to get the back end a little bit lower than the front end, so it can sort of drag its arse round sideways as we're going around the corners. And then we can adjust the front to exactly how we want it, really, to basically get the car sitting kind of how we like. If I can sort of, if I had my board rubber, I would rub that board off and show you exactly what I mean, which I think I've just found a bit of bulk paper here, which would probably do the same thing. Let's give that a bit of a wipe up. There we go. So the plan is our car is going to be something like this. Can you tell what it is yet? You've got your car like that, and the back end's going to be like this, with the wheels stuck nicely up inside the wheel arches like that, and the front end's going to be a little bit higher up. That's the blunt end at the front there, sort of thing. I know it's a bad picture, but you'll have to bear with me because I haven't really got a lot of time to make a particularly good job of it. But the plan is something like this, back end a bit lower than the front, dragging it around. And the other thing we need to do is we need to look at locking the back wheels on the car as well, because with a normal differential you can't drift. You need either a limited slip differential or you need a welded diff. Basically what that means is, if you imagine the car from the top going around a corner, so you've got your corner here, if you imagine the wheels on this side of the car have got less distance to go around than the wheels on that side of the car. So on a normal car, that wheel's allowed to turn less than that one, because obviously it's doing less distance. On a drift car or a limited slip diff car, the problem with it is, when you want to get the back end to slide out, it's not really going to slide out, because this one's going to just be going a bit slower, that's going to be going a bit faster, and you could end up just spinning one of the wheels and not a lot happening. So the plan is to basically imagine your axle like this being driven, is to lock it so that basically both of these wheels are turning at the same speed. The end result is out, basically. Get your back end out, get it sideways, and basically hang a slide. That's the plan. None of this Tokyo drift mucking about rubbish that they do on the telly with about 5 billion gear changes and all that stuff. We're having none of that rubbish. We'll show you how to do this properly, not all this Billy bullshit that you see on the telly. Right, cut.
Slip sliding away, slip sliding away.